Good evening, November 10th, a little before 6 o'clock, full moon in Taurus. This is Art Gianfermo with Aquarian Solutions. And let's pan in on that moon. Brighty. Yeah, we see an airplane passing by. The thing about this is there's so much going on now that it's literally confusing to a lot of folks. Neptune stationed yesterday, and Neptune is the planet of scandals. You know, having the moon in Taurus, one of the most security-oriented and really conservative sign, but really the sign of Epicurean delights, the sign of the Garden of Eden, is very interesting because we've got a grand trine in Earth. And as we move towards tomorrow, which is the 11-11-11, if you count 2011, as most people do, Stargate initiation, you could call it that. It's basically an initiation for everyone that's alive on the planet. And whether they know it or not, whether you're conscious of it or not, it will occur. And this beautiful moon, which I'm panning back here, we look at Jupiter on the right, is just fantastic because it is exalted in Taurus. And it's a moon where we can listen to ourselves and the deeper side of ourselves and really realize that we're human beings. We're not brands, we're not right, we're not left, we're not Democrat, we're not Republican, conservative, liberal, hippies, gay, straight, all these titles that we've given to distinguish ourselves over the last so many thousands of years, which really separate ourselves from our own spirits. We are a soul, we are a spirit living through this time. Whether you use Western astrology, as I do, to designate many of the signposts, or you're involved in the Mayan calendar, which I am, and yes, there was a conclusion of the universal underworld on October 28, 2011. Everything's changed, and it's so subtle. It's not cinematic, although I would say last night's protest, if you will, of Joe Paterno being fired is symbolic of a dying age. The age of control by the patriarchy is going, it's leaving, and everybody can see that. Women dominate the media now, as they should. The question is, will the goddess or Gaia element come forth finally on 11/11 tomorrow? If you noticed on my website, aquasoul.com, Astro Headlines, I had something about the two redwood trees that fell. They fell like pillars. And it was interesting, they fell at the same time. Very unusual. These are 1,500-year-old sequoia trees. And redwood trees relate to Mars, and Mars has been building. And tonight, Mars changes from Leo, which is a fixed sign, into more mutable Virgo. And Virgo, of course, represents the goddess to a great degree as the Virgin. At any rate, we're talking about Mars and Virgo being there because of retrograde motion on January 24th till July 3rd, 2012. That's a long time. It's a long time for us to get it together. And with this full moon, and of course, the 11/11 initiation, we have this grand Earth trine, which is very solid. And we can manifest many of our dreams, with Neptune going direct especially. It's all about visions. And when any large planet station, whether they station direct, apparent, or the apparent movement backwards retrograde, it usually lasts for about 3 days. This time we had the 7th, as I brought up, November 7th, with the Mars opposition to Neptune. And then yesterday on the 9th, Neptune stationed direct. Chiron is also stationed direct at about 3:12 this afternoon Pacific time. And the reason I say that is Chiron will be opposing Mars for the next few days. Chiron, the wounded healer, is also the maverick teacher. It's everything that we have put into the extreme place. It's also the bridge between Saturn and Uranus, but I would say that it is all about being marginalized, understanding what being marginalized is. So as we approach 11/11/11 tomorrow, we should have much more evidence of the effects of the unity wave that ended on October 28th, 2011. And I expect these scandals, and there's going to be more than just the Paterno, Sandusky, Penn State, Herman Cain type of political social scandal. There'll be some huge ones occur within the White House. I'm not saying it's going to be through Solyndra or Fast and Furious, but something will occur before January 24th, 2012. At this point, people are just plain sick of this right-left paradigm. They're sick of the war machine. I think they're just totally overwhelmed by technology, and where I'm taking this is the heart of technology country, and we've got icons falling. Of course, the great Steve Jobs, I'm sure they will be erecting more statues to him. Undoubtedly, there'll be something coming out about him that people didn't want to know besides sweatshops. But we're about to see, besides the people like Perry running for president, we're about to see some falls. Big time falls, and most of it will be within the patriarchy. And even Ashton Kutcher, another Aquarian like me, made the mistake of jumping and reacting and tweeting to his 8.2 million followers. Unbelievable that we've just fallen into the trap of social media that Paterno should have stayed. And you know, it's a time of duality, as has been pointed out quite adequately, and this duality has to end. We all will have a chance to see both sides, whether we can consciously be aware of this. So I'm going to sign off November 10th, 2011, after the full moon, awaiting the Mars ingress into Virgo, and that's Western astrology, if you will, tropical. This is going to be huge. There'll be a lot of events occurring. We already know that Earth changes have accelerated to a great degree. And if you check out some of my videos with Delores Cannon, you'll also see that there will really literally be two Earths in terms of consciousness. So this should prove very interesting. As far as those who believe in ascension, there will be an ascension. It won't be an ascension of the physical body. It'll be of the spirit. So be ready tomorrow, anytime, 11:11 a.m., 11:11 p.m., wherever you are, 11 o'clock, it doesn't matter. The energy will be very strong once we hit midnight 2011, November 11th. This is Art with Aquarian Solutions, in partnership with Food Forest Magic, saying enjoy. This is a great time to be alive, an exciting time. Talk to you soon in Lakesh.